What's going on, guys? Stefan, S&E's Garage. In today's video, we're going to show you just how easy it is to replace a broken wheel stud. So for this video, we're going to be using our 2011 Hyundai Elantra, but this process is going to be pretty much similar for any make and model, more or less. So what you're going to need, obviously you're going to need a new stud, a new lug nut, and then you're going to need this Lisle wheel stud installer, part number 22800. I will go ahead and leave that video description below. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to pull the rest of these lug nuts off, the other 4. We're going to get the wheel off, and then we're going to show you exactly what we're going to do from there. Now that we got that off, we're going to go ahead and pull the brakes off. We're going to pull the caliper and the caliper bracket off. We are definitely going to have to clean that up with a tap, but now that that's off, let's just go ahead and get our rotor off. Then we can go ahead and tap this stud out with a hammer. Now there is a heat shield back here that you're going to have to bend and manipulate to get out of the way, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as you bend it back when you're done. Just go ahead and just like that. We got the stud out. Now we just have to go ahead and bend the shield out to get the stud out the rest of the way. So what you're going to see here is we went ahead and bent that heat shield. It's almost bent enough so that we can get this out. You're just going to have to manipulate it a little bit, but once you get it to a point, your stud will come right out. Now it is a shame that you have to bend this shield in order to get this out, but the only other way to do it is to press the hub off of the wheel bearing and risk ruining the wheel bearing. So it's easier to just bend the heat shield out of the way. But now, let's go ahead and get our new stud. So believe it or not, I actually had to run to the parts store because the one that I ordered from Rock Auto was wrong, but it's okay because that gave me kind of an opportunity to show you what we had to do here. We just kind of peeled the shield back here so that we can snake the stud through, because again, unfortunately the way they make this heat shield, you either have to bend the heat shield and manipulate it to make this work, or you have to take this whole knuckle out and put this in a press and press the hub out so you can get the stud in there, and that just doesn't make sense. That's a whole lot of work. You could ruin a wheel bearing. So sacrifice the shield. You're going to bend it up a little bit, but it's really not a big deal. The shield is still solid and it's still bolted in on either side. So now we're going to put this new stud in. It's going to be 610-568.1, and we'll use the tool to pull it in. And this is what you'll be left with when you're done. Let's take you off and let you take a look. So now with this car, we can do one of two things. We could bend this back and try to make it work, or we can just cut this off. So I'm probably just going to go get my grinder and just cut these little ears off here so they don't interfere with the rotor at all. You know, we don't want any rubbing noises when we're driving down the road. But now we can go ahead and put everything back together. All right, rotor's on. We're going to zap that caliper bracket on. Okay, we're gonna get our pads back in. Followed by our caliper. Okay, now let's get some tools away, throw the wheel back on. Alright guys, and just like that, you went ahead and replaced your wheel stud. You'll see we got the wheel back on, and we now have 5 nice shiny lug nuts holding our wheel on. So if this video helped you replace the wheel studs on your car, whether it be a Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, what have you, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.